Hey guys, Coach Becca here for session 3 of Bodyweight Basics. All you need is a mat. Let's start off with some warm-up exercises. Side lunge push-off to balance. Arms out, lean to the side, push off, and squeeze tight for balance at the top. Step out again right away and begin the next rep. Notice in that side lunge my toes are forward there, and that I'm nice and tight at the top, so don't rush yourself here. Make sure you really get into that deep side lunge and contract your whole body at the top for the balance piece. You might remember doing side lunges in both session 1 and 2 of the Bodyweight Basics series. Let's switch sides here. Again, step out, toes forward, rigid at the top for balance. This is training the glutes, the inner thighs, toning those up a little bit, as well as working on stability and balance. So a great one to start off our workout today. Looking strong and smooth. Hopefully you're smiling along with me on today's session. We're gonna keep it fun and exciting for y'all today. Finishing strong here, awesome work. Next we've got a tricky one, rotation touches. Start with your eyes open. Pull the knee up and back, pretending there's a hurdle that you're stepping over. You might remember these from session 1. So once you gain enough confidence in the movement, try doing these rotation touches for the hips with your eyes closed. I like to keep my hands out of my hips to remind me to knit my core together. Let's try the other side. Start with the eyes open as you open up the hips, working mobility. As you gain confidence in the movement, try it with your eyes closed. Hopefully you've been practicing these from completing earlier sessions with me, so you're a rock star at them now. If not, be sure to hit subscribe so you're following along with me more in the future. Great job. Step to the top of your mat and reach down, walking the hands out, bending the knees as needed, into a plank. Hold, and then walk the hands back. If that seems like it's not a great movement for you, whether you have a back or shoulder issue, reach down, hold a forward bend for as long as I'm walking my hands out, and then stand and stretch. For those of you that can do the inchworm, let's do a few more. This one's great because it works on hamstring mobility, stretches out the low back, and activates the core. It's not bad for the upper body either, so that's why I love doing this total body movement in the warm-up. A gentle reminder to breathe in through the nose and out through your mouth. Really helps with pace control, and it helps improve your posture as well. Awesome work. Walk out one more time. Drop down to the knees, and let's head into some cat-cow breathing for the spine next. Inhale, arch the back. Exhale, tilt the tailbone. This might be a familiar movement for some of you, but if not, it's a great reminder that this movement wakes up the spine and really gets the breathing patterns down that I briefly mentioned while doing the inchworm. Inhale to exhale. Inhale and exhale. Center yourself here, and let's work on that T-spine, or the middle of your back. Reach beneath your hand, and then open up towards the ceiling, or sky, if you're outside. Try to rotate as much as you can through your back. Switch sides. Scooping that hand through and opening up. Again, some of these movements today are going to be familiar from the previous sessions. Some of them are going to be new, and some of them are going to be progressions of exercises you've already learned with me. Rest. Next, raise your knee about 90 degrees from your hip for a fire hydrant. This is great for waking up your hips, waking up your glutes, training some mobility, a great warm-up, and toning exercise for the lower body. Think about cinching your core together as you raise the leg. Awesome. Switch sides. If you haven't done sessions 1 and 2, that's okay. These sessions don't need to be completed in order, but they work really well in a sequence. So, a great time to go back and do sessions 1 and 2 when you finish today's workout. Rest. Sit back on the heels, and then activate your glutes by coming forward into the kneeling position. If this is too strenuous of a stretch or is hard on your knees, feel free to just go down into child's pose or your choice stretch here. I like this one because it stretches my quads while activating my glutes. Try to time this with your breathing. Exhale as you drive the hips forward. Looking great. All right, let's head into our first exercise, narrow triceps push-ups. I'm gonna do all of these on my knees. If you have a shoulder issue, I want you to hold a plank, a bridge, or a wall sit instead of doing these push-ups. Notice how I'm keeping a nice straight line through my core as I keep my elbows in. This is gonna train my chest, triceps, and core. I'm doing 12 repetitions here, so stay with me. You can always take a rest repetition if you need to. Here we're gonna stretch in between reps. So now that you've done 12, stretch across the body or grab water if you need to. We're gonna do another set. Something we haven't done in the previous Bodyweight Basics series is repeat exercises. So today we're gonna kind of work on building some muscular strength and endurance. Time for our second set. Keep the elbows in, hands right underneath the shoulders, core really solid. You're welcome to do these on the toes, but remember, depth and form first. It shouldn't feel like you're dropping your chin excessively or doing an inchworm through your core. Instead, you're rigid through the trunk, glutes engaged. And time for another stretch. Great job. Today's workout, as I previously mentioned, we're gonna try repeating exercises. So that's gonna stress your body a little bit more than the previous 2 workouts. You'll always get to do things twice from now until the end of the workout. All right, here we're gonna do a side plank series. So get into a kneeling side plank. Make sure your knees, hips, and shoulders line up. The top leg is straight. You're gonna raise it up and hold for 5 seconds. Then we're gonna lower the leg down to the ground and raise it back up again for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we hold for 5. We're gonna do this 2 more times. Here we go. Let's make it burn. Lift. Last one. And hold. This is our last round of these. You can do it. And lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Push that last hold. Fantastic. Let's do the same thing on the other side. Get into the kneeling plank position. Knees, hips, and shoulder all in line. Top leg straight. Up and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now lift for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Let's hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold again. And lift last time. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Last hold. Push it. Rest. Great job. I think I was counting a little fast for you guys, so don't worry. I'm definitely on your side here. I know when it hurts too. Cross one leg over the other, and let's do some piriformis bridges. So this is a great single leg lower body movement that also opens up the hips while training your core. So it checks a lot of boxes for me. Nice and smooth on the tempo. Try it. Time it with your breathing. So exhale as you push the hips up. Doing great. Let's switch sides there. Keep working those glutes, fam. We're almost there. Really exhale and push those hips up. Awesome. All right, let's get back to those side planks. I'm gonna add a fun twist into the second set for you. Get into that great kneeling plank position with your joints stacked, knees in line with hips, in line with shoulders. Now, reach into your bottom pocket and then reach up towards the sky or ceiling. Squeeze that core as you rotate. We're training core stability, rotation, lots of things going on here. So just focus on doing the best you can and slow down if you need to. Now, drop one hip, bottom hip, towards the floor and come back to the start position. Drop and squeeze, drop and squeeze. Here we're really targeting the lateral plane of movement and the obliques. Now you can do this movement full if you'd like. We're going back to those rotation reaches. I'm doing reps of 10, so if you feel like I'm moving too quickly, just hit pause and do them at your own pace. Of course, the longer you take, the longer you have to hold that side plank, so keep it moving at a smooth but strong tempo. Okay, back to the hip taps now. Work those obliques. Kneeling or full plank here. Awesome. Whew, that is tiring. I'm there with you guys. Hang in there. All right, let's do the other side. So it's 2 rounds, in case you didn't catch that, of rotation, reaches, and then side plank taps. So starting off with the reaches. Nice and stable, nice and strong. If you felt good doing the full plank position last time, you can do both sets full. If you want to do both sets kneeling, that's fine as well. All right, time for plank hip taps. Tap that hip towards the floor. I've got some awesome clients that call these muffin top crunches because they really nail the top of the muffin there. So good mental imagery as we train the obliques. Back to reaches now. If you want to go into the full plank or switch things up, push yourself more, here's our last set. Work it hard. Really focus on the rotation. Keep that breath. That'll help you feel in control. All right, hip taps. Here we go. Really firing those obliques. Really getting the muffin top here. Come on, fam. You got this. Finish strong. Nice job. All right, we're gonna recover from those side planks with another set of those gorgeous piriformis bridges. So cross one leg over the other and drive the hips. We're doing sets of 12 here, so if you need a little time to transition, press pause and get all those repetitions in. You know what you're doing now. Again, great for opening up the hips, toning the glutes and core. Switch sides if you're still with me. Here we go. Great, guys. Final reps and rest. Hop on up. Let's have some more fun. We're going to do a 2-way split leg or single leg balance reach. So we're going to reach side to side. Here's level 1, so it's a split leg. You're going to put most of your weight in the front leg and reach towards your left and then right. Here's what it looks like from the side. Hinging at the hips, most of my weight on the front leg, soft back leg. Now level 2 looks like this. Full hinge, still straight lines from the shoulder to the back foot as I reach left and right. Here's the front view. Let's do this set together. Reach, stand. Reach inside, stand. Why are we reaching on one leg in 2 different directions? Well, because your hamstring group, which is kind of causing this type of action, is made up of several groups of smaller muscles. So when you reach to the right and on the left, you might even feel the different parts of your hamstring that we're targeting. So the answer is to train laterally, to train balance, and to get equal parts of our hamstrings going. Okay, let's switch legs here. Level 1. Try to really find the different parts of your hamstrings after learning about that. Level 2. All right, let's do the set together, unless you've already started, which the more reps here, the better. We love training balance, and we love reaching in different planes of movement other than just up and down. Reaching side to side and rotationally is really, really valuable for injury prevention. Oftentimes when we get injured, it's doing something like reaching to the side or rotating or doing both or being off balance. So we're really training you here for activities of daily life and injury prevention. All right, guys, awesome job on that. Here's our next one, a rotation lunge. Look over your shoulder, pivot your back foot, and reach into a lunge before returning back to the start position. Centered, rotate, pivot, stand, center. Rotate, pivot, lunge, center. If you'd like to make this more running specific if you're a runner, make sure your arms are going into a running pattern. Rotate, pivot, lunge. Rotate, pivot, lunge. This is a great variation of the basic lunge. Let's try the other side. Look over your shoulder, pivot, lunge, return. See, I'm pointing at that back leg there. See what that ankle's doing? It's a basic lunge, but we're changing the direction you're going. Add those arms in as you feel comfortable. Great for coordination, great for change of direction. Hang in there. I know it's a tricky one to get the hang of, but don't worry, you're gonna get to do it again. Awesome work. We're gonna go back to those two-way balance reaches so you can practice. We're gonna add this part in, the knee drive at the top. So after you reach, drive your knee. Level 1, and here's level 2. You don't have to add that balance drive in if you don't want to, but I think you'll enjoy the challenge and the extra hip flexor training. This is your last set doing this movement pattern, so why not push it just a little bit more? Reach, balance, reach, and balance. You're looking awesome, and we're really getting to the end of our workout here, so try to find little ways to keep pushing and challenging yourself. Switch sides. Try the balance through. Get into a little bit of a rhythm here. Demonstrating level 2 now. Looking strong. Let's have some confidence now and really rock this movement. Really strong here as we come to a close on these. Awesome job. Time to practice those tricky rotation lunges again. Look over the shoulder, pivot, and lunge. Basic arms here. If you'd like to make this more walking, hiking, or running specific, however, I'm going to demonstrate incorporating runner's arms in. There's my runner's arms. Way to challenge yourself on this rotation lunge. If you're getting really frustrated, go ahead and just do a regular reverse lunge. I do want you to try and get better at this movement though. Switch sides. Look over the shoulder, pivot, lunge, come back. I encourage you to hit pause if you're really stumbling with this movement, or rewind so you can break down the mechanics. It all starts with looking over the shoulder, pivoting, and lunging. You're turning about 180 degrees into that lunge. I think you're doing fantastic. Way to go. Okay, next up, we're gonna get into that split stance position that you are familiar with now. Thumbs up, and you're gonna squeeze those shoulder blades. Go ahead and lift the back leg if you're feeling confident in your balance. I'm doing sets of 12 here. Let's switch sides. Here's split stance, level 1. Thumbs up, really pull those thumbs apart, squeezing the shoulder blades. There's level 2. This is a great way to train your posture and train the upper back area without any weights. Oftentimes we get stuck doing push-ups, 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 rest, and those can sometimes lead to injuries. So here is our next movement. It's a lateral squat walk. This is level 1. You're going to do a squat, take a few steps, and then do another squat. Level 2, you're going to do 3 squat jumps in a row. Notice how I pause at the bottom of each one and make sure my knees are landing right underneath my hips for the most part. If you want to add that basketball hoop kind of reach up for a layup movement in just to incorporate your whole body, go for it. Be as big as you can. Push, push. Get the balance at the bottom. Good job. That's a great stability-based plyometric or cardio move. Let the heart rate simmer down with another set of single leg rear delt squeezes. You're welcome to do level 1 if you need to. That's just putting the back foot down and putting most of your weight in the front leg. Switch sides. Let's finish toning up those shoulders, fixing our posture, engaging our core, and training our balance. It's amazing how many things you can do when you choose a dynamic movement pattern like this. Well done. All right, last movement, we're gonna do a rotation squat walk now. So every time you turn, you're gonna move about 180 degrees. So you're just rotating, dropping into a squat, rotating, dropping into a squat. A little different than the lateral squat walk, but as you have probably picked up on, I really enjoy changing movement patterns and planes of movement. So instead of just doing squats, it's lateral and rotation type squats. Here's level 2. Now you're turning about 180 degrees over each shoulder. And you'll see me get a little bit more creative too here in a second. I'm gonna go forwards and to the side. I'm just gonna start having all kinds of fun, guys. So let's get excited. I want you to get up if you're at home, really get going, really bring the arms in, have some fun, have some smiles here. Let's really get after it as we finish our workout strong, finish it functional. Every time I end a jump, I really try to focus on getting my balance, so there's always a pause there. Now we're going to wrap it up with a dynamic stretch. Roll that mat up so the knees are nice and supported. Drop into a runner's or kneeling lunge. Reach overhead. Stretch out the obliques and the hips. Stretch with the other arm. Place that hand on the ground and open up. And then do that on the other side. Straighten out that front leg to finish out with a hammy stretch. Let's switch sides. And guys, if you love these stretches, when the video ends, keep doing them. You know, you can always repeat us out as soon as the video wraps up. In that lunge, reach overhead. In the other direction. Place that hand on the floor. Stretch. Really reach towards the ceiling. Stretch the other way. And finish with the hammies. So great. Guys, I have to say thanks for joining in this 3-part series with me. Thank you for working hard today. If you haven't seen session 1 and 2, hit them up now. Thanks for following along the series. Be sure to hit subscribe so you can see my recent videos pop up, or visit my website for weekly blogs, recipes, and social media updates. Have a great rest of your day, guys.